Alright guys, welcome back to Golazo España. In this video, I'm going to be telling you what's in today's Spanish football dailies concerning Real Madrid. Okay, so this is a standalone video only about Real Madrid. There'll be one after this about Barcelona, and then I will do a roundup of all the other clubs outside the top two, including the front pages of today's football daily. So, starting with this one, Real Madrid, 25 years with Florentino Perez. Today marks 25 years with Perez. He was appointed president of Real Madrid following elections held on the 16th of July 2000 and his proclamation the day after. He stepped down in 2006 but returned in 2009 and has remained in charge ever since. His presidency has brought a golden age to Madridismo, especially during his second term. Perez, an engineer, businessman and former politician, was relatively unknown in the sports world when he promised to sign Luis Figo if elected. Though few believed him, he defeated Lorenzo Sanz, who had just won 2 Champions Leagues, and brought the Barca icon to Madrid, starting one of the club's most glorious eras. At the time of his arrival, the club was nearly bankrupt and still using typewriters. He not only restored financial stability, partly through the reclassification of the old Ciudad Deportiva, but also introduced a revolutionary football business model in Spain. His tenure saw major infrastructure projects, including the Valdebebas training complex and 2 major renovations of the Santiago Bernabeu. Under Perez, Real Madrid has won 66 trophies, 37 in football, 7 Champions League, 7 Club World Cups, 6 UEFA Super Cups, 7 La Liga titles, 3 Copas del Rey and 7 Spanish Super Cups and 29 in basketball. Madrid has once again been named the most valuable football club in the world by Forbes magazine. Florentino Perez began his presidency by triggering Figo's release clause of 10.27 billion pesetas, around 60 million euros at the time, which began the Galacticos era. That era slipped from his control and he admitted upon his 2006 resignation, "I have spoiled the players." During this time, FIFA also named Real Madrid the best club of the 20th century. After scandals involving Ramon Calderon, Florentino Perez returned in spring 2009 and made big investments. Cristiano Ronaldo, Kaká, Benzema, Xabi Alonso. Though it took some time, the club eventually claimed La Decima in 2014. Since then, 6 more Champions League titles have arrived under his leadership, cementing Florentino Perez as a monumental figure in Real Madrid's history. Lucas Vasquez says goodbye to Real Madrid. So Lucas Vasquez announced his departure from Real Madrid yesterday through a video on his social media, accompanied by a heartfelt message from the club, which wished him all the best after a successful career conducted with exemplary professionalism. A farewell ceremony is scheduled for 1 o'clock local time at Valdebebas today. Lucas Vasquez played over 300 matches for Real Madrid and was part of one of the club's most successful eras, winning 5 Champions Leagues, 4 La Liga titles, 4 UEFA Super Cups, 4 Spanish Super Cups, 5 Club World Cups and 1 Copa del Rey. Bellingham underwent surgery yesterday in London. Jude Bellingham underwent surgery yesterday to address the shoulder problems he has carried since his time at Borussia Dortmund. The injury worsened in autumn 2023 when he fell awkwardly after controlling the ball in a match against Rayo. The operation, performed on his left shoulder, went as planned, and the estimated recovery time is between 10 and 12 weeks. So it's quite a blow for them, really, isn't it? Okay, what have we got here? Gula and, how do you pronounce his name? Mastantuono. With Jude Bellingham out for around 3 months, a casting begins to fill his midfield role. Alonso leans toward 2 players, Arda Gula and Franco Mastantuono. Alonso is considering playing both at the same time. The FIFA Club World Cup showed that Gula can be trusted. He has talent, character, and the personality to handle being a starter. The only question around Gula is his role. Will he stay as a number 6, play as a box-to-box midfielder, or return to his natural position as an attacking midfielder? The past season, Arda Güler played 1,775 minutes with 30% of those coming after match day 33. He grew into form in April, finishing strong with 2 goals and 2 assists. As for Franco Mastantuono, the coaching staff is determined to bet on him. He's not just seen as a promise, but as someone meant to define an era. He doesn't join until the 14th of August, which is his 18th birthday, which is one day before the official league kickoff. Madrid debuts on the 19th. His profile fits both a 4-4-2 on the right flank, or he can play as an attacking midfielder in a 3-5-2. Despite the late arrival, they expect a quick adaptation. He's seen as a key player to carry the responsibility in Jude Bellingham's absence and possibly beyond. The Gula Mastantuono formula combines technique and attacking threat, and it convinces the staff. Behind them is Eduardo Camavinga, who will likely feature during Mastantuono's adaptation period. Brahim Diaz and especially Rodrigo are considered to have very limited chances. Rodrigo is seen as almost certainly leaving the club. Liverpool interested in him. Been talking about that on Cop Talk TV, my other YouTube channel, my main channel. Today marks the first of 3 months without Bellingham. Real Madrid must adapt and Alonso must work his magic. Then there's a little bit door closed to returning Loanees, so Alonso, in charge of his first project as Real Madrid manager, is shaping his squad, which now has all 25 slots filled. The recent arrival of Alvaro Carreras and the confirmed promotion of academy players Gonzalo Garcia and Raul Asensio complete the quota. With the squad full, the club must now decide the futures of 3 players returning from loan. Mario Martin, Alvaro Rodriguez and Reinier. Mario Martin, the midfielder from Fonseca, was loaned to Real Valladolid last season, and despite the team's relegation, he made a strong impression, playing 30 La Liga matches, 20 as a starter, and accumulating over 1,753 minutes. He returned to Madrid and travelled with the squad to the Club World Cup, but Alonso gave him no playing time, suggesting that another loan or permanent move is likely. Now, Alvaro Rodriguez has openly expressed his desire to find a new club this summer to continue his development. Last season, as an under-20 Uruguay international, he was on loan at Getafe, where he played 845 minutes over 22 La Liga games, only 7 as a starter and 4 Copa del Rey games. Now, the other player, Reinier, perhaps the clearest case, he signed in January 2020 for 30 million euros, has never debuted with the first team. Since then, he's been loaned to Borussia Dortmund, Girona, Frosinone and Granada. At Granada, now in Segunda, the attacking midfielder failed to impress, playing 25 games and scoring just 1 goal in 1,400 minutes. Although Mario Martin travelled with the first team to the Club World Cup, he is expected to leave again. They won't give in to Vinicius' demands. So Florentino Perez is clear about his roadmap and has the backing of the fans, who are increasingly frustrated with Vinicius. He wants to become the highest paid player in the Real Madrid dressing room. Negotiations between him and Real Madrid over his contract renewal have been stalled for some time, despite reports claiming otherwise. The club will not accept the Brazilian's financial demands, which would break the squad's wage structure. Florentino Perez defends a salary cap for top earners, previously set at 15 million euros, now willing to rise to 20 million euros in Vinicius' case, knowing others would soon demand the same. However, the player considers this insufficient and wants a renewal bonus to match or surpass Kylian Mbappe's earnings, which include a signing bonus due to his free transfer. Real Madrid views this as blackmail and is seriously considering putting him on the transfer market. The club has the fan support, with social media and fan polls leaning towards a big money sale. He's got 2 years left on his contract, but without an extension, his value could drop next summer. Real Madrid is also considering selling Rodrigo to ease the financial impact of this summer's signings. Both Brazilian forwards have declined in performance this season, and the arrival of Mbappe opens the door to sacrificing one of them. If Vinicius is sold, Rodrigo, who has a contract 1 year longer, would reclaim his role. Real Madrid has time to decide whether to play Vinicius on the market, to place him, as they've already done with Rodrigo, who has a 100 million euro asking price. The club hopes Vinicius will bring a huge offer from Saudi Arabia, the very market he's using as leverage to demand a raise that could blow the club's wages demand. And the standoff is on, and unless one side gives in, the relationship may break sooner than later. And that, my friends, concludes today's roundup of what's in the 4 main Spanish football dailies concerning Real Madrid. If you found this video interesting, please thumbs up the video, make sure you subscribe, drop me a comment, yada, yada, yada. And hopefully we'll be back here real soon with some more Real Madrid news. But next is a video with Barcelona's news from today's papers.